Hello everyone, and welcome to my Facebook Live. Today I'm going to be talking about the fastest way for you to get high visibility in your coaching practice and what you can do to get highly visible at a time when just about everyone is online and cluttering up the online sphere. So I want to ask you, I've had a lot of coaches contacting me recently saying that lockdown has been quite a challenge, and they've had clients kind of cancel some of their sessions, some of their clients that they were seeing on a weekly basis, they're not seeing as regularly. They have had contracts being temporarily suspended, and also they are finding it incredibly difficult to get new business coming in because their normal pipelines or ways, networking and meeting people one-to-one, getting referrals and setting up one-on-one meetings, those doors have been shut for us temporarily. And so, in general, not just the coaching industry, but in general, people are really, really struggling in terms of their business and volumes in their business. So I want to talk about two things that you need to pay attention to get really, really high visibility, because visibility at the end of the day makes you stick out from the rest of the competition. It makes you memorable. And this is what we want right now. So firstly, I'm going to talk about getting clear on your message and how important it is to find and define your niche. And secondly, I'm going to be giving you a variety of strategies, not just one, but a variety of strategies on how to get highly visible immediately and to get those calls coming in. Hi Chanel, awesome to see you. So this training is going to help you get that level of visibility that will help you remain top of mind for your existing clients as well as to attract new clients. And we're going to do what you need to do, talk about what you need to do to crash-proof, future-proof, recession-proof your coaching practice and get more clients fast. So how many of you in the last couple of weeks have participated in a Zoom call or an online webinar recently? Drop an emoji below with a comment. And while you're doing that, also let me know if you are watching this video live or if you are catching up on replay. So my question was, how many of you have recently participated in an online Zoom call, an online webinar? It might be a GoToMeeting, webinar jam. Use one or another different way of participating in an online gathering. Drop an emoji below so that I know, let me know if you have. And if I just want to let you know that if you don't get to ask the questions, please do feel free to ask questions. I will come back at the end of this training to answer them. But if you don't get a chance to ask me what you want to ask live, you're always welcome to send me a direct message and we can set up a quick Zoom call so that I can answer your questions one-on-one and really kind of cater to your specific situation. Hi Daphne, let me wave back at you so that they're welcome. It's lovely to see you online. So no matter whether you're new to coaching or you've been in a coach whether you've been coaching for a couple of years, I have been hearing from coaches at all ends of the continuum about how tough business is right now and how difficult they're finding it to drum up new business. I've had loads of really experienced coaches coming to me because they just don't have the strategies to deal with what we are having to currently deal with this lockdown situation, where we can't fall back on our old and reliable I've got an alarm going, and I just need to figure out how to switch it off so that we don't have to. I'm going to have to let you listen to it as background music, as my peanut gallery in the background suggests. So please just give it a minute. But I was saying, I've had loads and loads. It is quite a nice alarm sound, hey, to wake up to. I thought it was quite nice and gentle, and I like the sounds of nature. As you know, I love walking in the forest, so I love the sounds of birds and everything. I've had loads of really experienced coaches tell me that they are struggling with what you're going through at the moment, and because they can't rely on what they used to be able to rely on, their old strategies of being able to network and meet people one-on-one, they're completely at a loss. And we also tend in the coaching industry to be technophobes. We like this one-on-one interaction with people. We like interpersonal communication. And so the thought of having to, I'm sorry, this is like really bugging me, and I just don't know how to get rid of it. The thought of having to, turn to online technology as our ways of getting new business is intimidating for most of us. But the single most important thing that you can do in the online and in the offline world is to nail your message, to get your niche clearly nailed down, so that your clients can understand exactly what it is that you do. Now, I've said this a million times before, but neuroscience and neuromarketing tells us that there are 3 important reasons why you want to nail your niche and get clear on your messaging. Firstly, our clients' brains just don't like clutter. And right now, we are being assailed by clutter and marketing messages. I don't know about you, but my inbox is chock-a-block full. It is, absolutely impossible to manage the number of marketing emails that I've got coming into my inbox at the moment. There is so much clutter, and I just look at it, I get overwhelmed, I shut down, and I don't read a lot of the stuff that I'm receiving. And the same is happening in the online space. Our brains also are they try to be as metabolically efficient as possible. In fact, in terms of all of the organs in our body, our brains actually proportionately use up the highest number of calories and the most amount of energy out of all of our organs. And in order to protect our brains, it tries to be as metabolically efficient as possible and use as little energy as possible. So this is why it doesn't like having messages that take too long to decode, and also, as I said, it doesn't like clutter. It doesn't like confusing messages. So it's vitally important that we get crystal clear on what it is that we're offering our clients and how we're able to help them. The second thing that you need to focus on, now that you've got your message clear, I'm so sorry about this background noise, I just can't turn my alarm off, and it really is quite irritating. Still no solution. The second alternative, my husband is trying to help me behind me. But the second thing that you need to do to try and get the highest possible visibility is we know that online, the algorithms are favoring video over static content. In fact, Facebook's long-term strategy is to become YouTube's biggest competitor. So the Facebook algorithm, if you are putting out live video content or if you are sharing video content to your Facebook feed, it's going to give it preferential treatment over static content, so to speak. So I asked earlier in the call how many of you have been on Zoom calls, because you're probably like sitting there going, I'm never going to go on video. It's just not me. Well, if you've been in Zoom calls recently or on webinars or in group calls, you've been on video. Sorry for you. You've done it. So I really don't understand why you would find it so intimidating, unless it's because you feel like you don't know how to say what you need to say. And if that's your problem, then give me a call and we can discuss how you would structure a video. Let me give you another reason why it's so important to appear in person. So think back to our caveman ancestors. They are scanning the savannah. Suddenly they spot some kind of movement and they focus in on it with an absolute laser focus. What is it? Is it a threat? Is it an enemy? Or is it a friend? But the fact is that the minute they spot that movement, that's where all of their attention goes. And you know, our brains actually haven't evolved that significantly from the brains that our caveman ancestors had. So we are still highly attuned to focusing in on anything that is strange, anything that sticks out in the savannah, anything that moves, catches our attention. Video, it moves, it gets people's attention. The other thing that happens when we are talking one-on-one like I am now is you, as the person viewing this video, if you stuck with me this long through my annoying alarm, but you viewing my video, there are two parts of your brain that have been really, really active. The one is the amygdala. So first you've decided whether or not I'm your friend or foe. And you've actually started rating me on a scale of warmth versus your perception of my competence. And the higher I rate on both the warmth and the competence scale, and this is some wonderful research by Professor Susan Fisk and her team, the higher I rate on those two scales, the more likely you are to build some kind of a rapport and a relationship with me. But as I said, when you first see me, your amygdala is asking, is this a friend or a foe? And at the same time, there's another little part of the brain called the posterior cingulate cortex that becomes active. And this is the part of the brain that is active in almost like money-making decisions around reward. So at the same time that you're deciding whether or not I'm a friend or a foe, you are also deciding whether or not having a relationship with me, whether it's a business relationship or you know, a friendship, you're also making this unconscious or subconscious decision about whether or not I'm going to be good for you financially. So that saying about love or money is really, really true. The minute you meet someone, hi Michelle, it's lovely to see you online. The minute you meet someone, their brain is already saying, can I love this person? Can I like this person? And is a relationship with this person going to be beneficial for me financially? Yeah, we're quite mercenary in terms of our brains. So this is why video, again, is so beneficial, because it brings you to life and it really helps your audience to make these kinds of decisions about whether or not you are a friend on the warmth scale, and how competent you are, and rate you on the continuum of your competence. But if you are not comfortable about video, if you feel you don't have the tools to structure a video properly, and one call with me and I promise you I can sort that out. That is one of the easiest things to solve. But if you're not comfortable with appearing in person, and I know everybody's got hang-ups about their appearance, about their hair and weight and makeup and all that kind of stuff. So there's another alternative, and that is podcasts. Now, the nice thing about podcasts is nobody can see you, so you can do them in your pajamas. In fact, there is a woman called Jenna Kuchar who has built a multi-million-dollar business coaching business only on podcasting and then posting to social media. She doesn't do videos, or she does occasional webinars, but the predominant way that she shares her knowledge and gets her clients is through recorded podcasts. Again, they're as easy as pie to do. And if it's something that you feel that you could manage, and the nice thing about podcasts is you can script them. Nobody can tell whether or not you're reading from a script. You can practice before you go online and record it, and you just record it in one hit, and then you can put it out there on iTunes, on your website, put it on your social media feeds, and Bob's your uncle. You have got a wonderful in-person way of engaging with your audience. And I don't know about you, but I listen to a lot of audiobooks and a lot of podcasts for my learning. So if you're the kind of person who listens to audiobooks while you are perhaps gardening or, doing laundry or walking or exercising, whatever, well, why don't you consider actually creating podcasts and getting out there? It really is a good way of getting highly visible if you don't want to show your face. The third way that I'm going to suggest is writing articles. Articles are kind of your low risk, your minimal exposure way of getting in front of your audience, but they help to build a relationship, and they certainly help to build that impression of your level of competence. So I do want to encourage you, at the very least, to be writing articles on a regular occasion. And I have seen on LinkedIn, for example, you've got the option of posting something on your timeline, or otherwise actually posting an article on LinkedIn. Now, your articles that you post on LinkedIn, they actually get picked up by the Google algorithm. They get search engine, not optimized, but they get crawled by the search engine algorithms. And they don't kind of just disappear on your timeline. They live in perpetuity and will come up in search results in perpetuity. So if you don't yet have a website, if you don't yet have a blog that you can post your articles on, at least post articles on your LinkedIn profile. And if you want to talk more about that, again, just send me a direct message. Let's set up a Zoom call. But it's so important to get your head around the fact that at some stage or another you are going to need to show yourself in person. And again, some amazing research that I refer to all the time, also by Professor Susan Fisk and her team, and they're actually part of the same faculty of behavioral economists as Amy Cuddy, who many of you may know. She talks about the power presence. Anyway, Professor Fisk's team did a whole lot of research into brands, and the conclusion that they came to was actually that people were the first brands and faces were the first logos. So it really does help with visibility, memorability, and recognition, as well as emotional engagement, all of which we know are key success factors in enduring brands. So I don't know if anybody's posted any questions, and as I say, I do apologize once again for my alarm playing background music for most of this broadcast. Embarrassing, and having to get technical support from my husband. Please join me. Don't forget to send me a direct message if you want to discuss any of what I've spoken about one-on-one. I'm happy to have a quick Zoom call with you. And please join me next week, because I'm going to be talking about building your business pyramid and creating alternative streams of income so that you are not 100% reliant on your coaching clients for your income. I look forward to seeing you same place, same time. Thanks for joining me, Michelle. It was wonderful having you online. Always good to see you. Ciao for now.